Good afternoon. This is Fahy Hamzi. Excuse me. It's 3:16 p.m. Sorry about my delay. I'm sorry. 3:16 p.m. somewhere. Okay, Mountain Time. In the Eastern Time, it's 5:16. We're going through our growing pains with the software and all that. You probably see some of it on Twitter. Anyhow, we fall behind because we have issues. First and foremost, let me do housekeeping real quick. If you go to our products page, 4.4 is here, not in the results yet. That we have an issue. We don't know what the numbers are because of the data coming in from TradeStation to test 4.4. We have done 4.3. 4.4 just released. This is our breakout system, and it's out there. Okay, the manual is posted. Those who are interested in system trading, you want to take a look at it. Most importantly, I want to bring to your attention this part. We're recommending all people using TradeStation to avoid OneDrive or Dropbox. At the surface, doesn't mean anything. But if you're into trading fast markets with a system, that's the only way you can get these big moves. Cannot use OneDrive or Dropbox. It may involve you wiping out your your operating system and reinstalling it, because the damn thing doesn't go away. And if a TradeStation senses it's there, it wants to save there because of what? Ransomware. They try to give you a copy before you get wiped out by some ransom, because you went to some stupid website you're not supposed to go. And we've all done it. I keep it on the cloud, which is the Dropbox. I put it on a thumb drive. I also copied an extra drive, like D drive, on the same machine, and maybe for safety, some other machine's D drive. There's no way they're going to hit all of them. But we found out this is causing a problem because it's got breadcrumbs and it comes back in. Or when you do an update, it shows up, starts saying it's there. The place you want to check them is right here. You open your Windows. You go to View. Here. Go to Options. Make sure, first of all, you have this checked. Display full path. Okay, so when you go to Documents and you hit TradeStation Workspaces, you're going to see it up there. If you see word OneDrive or Dropbox, no go. No go. You cannot be running our systems, for example. Indicators you can, but not systems. So because transferring messages to the API in Chicago to execute, no go. Not going to happen. Same thing. Also, you don't want it to be on your archives to be on OneDrive. See up there? There's no OneDrive. Okay. This is not easy to get rid of. By the way, you can remove it with the apps. You go to settings and remove it and come back. They don't understand the havoc they're causing. They think they're helping us. They're not. So keep that in mind. That's all. The other issue is we have also the Gamma Ladder on. The Gamma Ladder is a tool we use for our second part of the problem of the day, which is what's called, we're beginning to call it now because we hopefully start moving to that. Now that the first part of the puzzle is done. This is the first part of the puzzle, which is our ORB. This is the second part because it only works until 12:30 in the afternoon. All times are Eastern. It launches the last trade up to 10:30 in the first hour, and then manages it. Here, it's trade 24/7. I always have nighttime. Not going to work that system, but in the afternoon, it's useful, especially the last hour. As you know, I always call that H hour. If you look at our lingo page, you'll see we call it H hour. H hour in military means the hour we attack, and you can see the last hour. What it looks like. It's time to attack. Professionals come in and do their work on the Friday. They don't trade all day. They do it, I'm talking about major positions, not futures. Not trading back and forth, but actually making a difference. And that's the last hour between 3 and 4 Eastern. It's called HR. We call it HR. And also, what matters is always close, right? That's the time. They make a difference at that time. For example, if you were time a digest, we're close to close. That means to make a decision, even in intraday, Time Digest will record the closing of of that day. Okay, if you do it after the close, they take the close of that day. What matters is the close. That's how professionals look at it. They're not worried about little moves here and there because this stuff doesn't move their needle, right? So we're going to call that HR, the last hour. So between these two, we wrote this routine called, it's a bot, it's not a trading system, called Gamma Ladder. It allows you to go up in a dome and down in the dome, depending long or short, but it adds instantaneous gamma to your trade. Gamma is the rate of change of delta, okay, the options. So that was also done last night, V6.15. This part is 4.4. You see the manual is ready, but we're waiting for data. We're waiting for, I only get 30 days intraday data. I don't know why. If you go back to our page, you could see we were posting data for each contract for 2 years. All of a sudden, this starts in November. This was done in February. I mean, almost once a month we have had an update, and the update is very orderly. I need to do 4.4. So the webinar for tomorrow, which was all day, called Open House, is canceled. Okay? Postponed to next week. And here's what we did to help you guys. Some of you guys are asking, where's our webinars? Where's it? Take the confusion out. You click on members. You don't need to log in. Just click on, here's the homepage. You click on members. You're going to see register. First of all, you only register once. It'll remind you. Yes, you do have to check your emails. Yeah. You can't not check your emails. But also, we give you a date. So this is now. But it's got you queued up for next time. As I change it, you get an email if I change it. For example, this we changed last night. We changed it from tomorrow 17 at 8:30 a.m. to Tuesday. They're both called webinars because there are webinars. Let's just go to webinar. What we use intraday for our membership for the ORB package, that's a go-to meeting. That's a different animal. It's short, easy, and smaller. This is much bigger and it's more organized, better tools and all that stuff. So when you hear webinar, here's where you're going to look at it. We keep maintaining that, okay? What date it is next, and one time is enough. Why? Because that's recurring. Just remind you. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to bring the confusion down, the number of emails down, and texts down, so I can concentrate on my mission. Okay. My mission comes first. Let me give you the orders of things. First is Admiral Tico. Second is the fund that I'm running. Third is the website. Fourth is everything else. My personal life is fourth. So if you're here with me here, that's the website. That's the third category. But not 102. Okay? I just want to be clear. That it's not, I'm not at this, I've been at this 20-some years old. I'm not here to, it's not a personality contest. I'm not trying to be liked by anybody, I'm a hard ass. And good trades are hard ass. And I gotta make the shuffles to make the world go around. Having said that, let's get started here with our webinar. I know we're running a little bit late. Well, two things have happened today. One of them is we saw, which was the Fed, let's see, FOMC meeting did not do what I expected. And Jeff Gondorf at the end also said, yeah, this is not what we're after, per se. Look, they're behind the curve. They need to get moving. And here's, I think on, I post something here. Let's see if I can get to that quickly for you guys. There we go. This is the post I'm talking about. Look where we are. This is from CNBC, okay? Golfer is speaking out of time. CPI, Vegas, that's 41. Energy, new way, this is used, new food shelter. None of this is sustainable. None of this. So things will change. And will change pretty fast. So keep that in mind. So that was one of the guys. The other one was the default by Belarus and Russia. Now, I'll grant you these. First of all, they have time to grace period. This is just a due date. Nobody has filed an NOD yet. They will, or whatever it's called, in terms of sovereign fund not paying their debt. That's not. We had Argentina. We had a couple other. U.S. did that too. Yes, we did. Back in 1860 or 61, something like that. Period of Civil War. But this one's different. The country has money, and we've locked them up. This is central bank of Russia. I don't know what the deal is with Belarus, but now that's gonna come in. That's gonna come and impact us. Of course, we're only one chemical missile away from being World War One. That's how World War One fought in Europe. Let's not go too far. So those two haven't happened. Market was extremely oversold at a huge rally. That's fine. We'll go over that too. But first, let's go over the calendar in front of us. So today's Wednesday. That's done. Housing starts on Wednesday. I'm sorry, on Thursday, and jobless claims, obviously. You got 4 of these crucial in front of us. Let's see what housing starts is for tomorrow. And then you have existing homes. So once it starts, yeah. Look at the expectation. Yeah. 1.68, 1.7, all the way up to 1.75 on the consensus range. I'm not an economist, but for trading, I look at these and you get a sense for what to look for. It's getting a little bit juiced up, of course. They're saying that permits will slow down a little bit, or come in what it was before. Still pretty decent. Not worry about jobless claims. Philly Fed, well, they follow Tico. I just double checked. Philly Fed follows Tico on the Twitter. I wish they would do that for me. Yeah. Anyhow, prior was 16, 15, 10 to 18, so we have a little bit of range there. Yeah. That's quite a bit of range, but we have 18 and 5. Okay, just cool. A little bit higher. And then industrial production. There we go. Yeah, 0.85. Okay. Wow. What's going on here? That's a big drop. Yeah. Okay. Again, I'm not an economist, but you can see what's ahead of us. This is a big drop from 1.4 to 5 as consensus on that range. Even the higher range is below last month. So, yeah. Now, well, when we get to yield to maturity chart, I posted them on Twitter. By the way, our Twitter is at MZ Analytics, and you can always go there through right here. Follow us on Twitter. This is an issue we're trying to look into. I'm saying, by the way, the free PMT review. This should give you all but last 4 months. 4 weeks, 1 month. I don't know if it goes there or not. I don't know. Let's see. No, it's going to a members page. Should it? There's always been an issue reselling since we went on the cloud. But Larry Brown's looking at that. But here's our website. Make sure you follow us. Okay. We do a lot of freebie stuff posted there and alerts and commentary. So that's where that is. All right. So let's go to existing home sales. Yeah, my favorite is Elia. Let's see what that says too. That's why we have CI. I like to, go around it. I like to go around the curve, see what's on the other side of a turn. 6.5 prior. 1.7. Guys, I haven't looked at this. I'm just doing it with you guys. This is not a prepared marketing spiel. I just don't have that kind of time. I'm just myself. It's just like our trading. It's live. Well, what I see is what I see. So I experience it just the same time you do. So that's also a little drop there, which is probably welcome. Down here, we have too many, sales agents. Too many. Now, some of them could be the wives of traders that retired from up north, from Chicago and New York. That I know. But we have some ridiculously too high number of sales agents in the real estate. So they're all fighting for whatever business is left. But business has not been good though. Last year was a huge run up, both in real estate owned or rental properties. Wow. So this drops, and I suspect we should be on the lower edge of this tomorrow, all right, on Friday. All right. I don't have the following week, but this is the 3rd week, so we have option next. Make sure in the afternoon you're done. They're gonna nail the pinned. They're gonna pin the price, which is the computers come in, and depending on the OI, the open interest of the options a given large market maker is running. To look at his OI and say, okay, for example, I need Tesla to finish at 720, where I lose the most, or I make the best money, whatever you want, however you define it, depending on what kind of position he's in. Well, he puts a computer on, give it 50, 100,000, sell $5 above it or $1 above it, buy $1 below it, try to keep it orderly. As we get closer into the day, they shrink that range, that band, okay? So now they're selling a little bit sooner and buying a little bit sooner underneath to control it into the close. Well, if you take 7-10 of the NDX components, Tesla, FANG, and all that, index is not going to control all of them. Index is not going to go anywhere. If the index doesn't go anywhere, neither does its future. Because, FB equal PV 1 plus I to the nth power, right? That's forward contract. When that's going to happen, boom, you have no trading to do on the future in the afternoon. That's why it gets so tight. Now, sometimes they try to push the future to be able to move the cash because of zero arbitrage. But it's hard. It's very hard to move that when the cash is sitting tight at that bumper. Remember, we have different people having different goals we're trying to protect. So tomorrow afternoon typically is going to be difficult. Okay, so I would suggest that not tomorrow. I'm saying Friday. I'm finished first. I suggest you do your business in the morning. Be alert. I used to do some business in the morning before they open. That's taken out. The zero arbitrage is really it's becoming very efficient. And so remember, it's the third Friday. It's the third month. So it's end of a quarter. So the futures expire. Note there, we rolled over last week. Actually, if you, I don't know if you see my, no, you don't. You don't see the you don't see the calendar that's come up. Okay, so we rotate on a Friday before expiration into a new contract on the futures. So last Friday we moved to M futures. The exchange defines it as Thursday before, but it's not enough. Our OTF signals would not pick it up. Some people even carry it up to here, but then some of the juice is gone on the roll because professionals roll it on Friday, last Friday. Yeah. So that's where we are, just to be clear with you. Aside from that, let's go on. Do you have any questions on the economic calendar? Please have a copy somewhere near you. We use Econoday, all major disseminators of Econ Calendar use Econoday, okay, including Bloomberg. This is their feed. So use that and you'll see what the damn thing does. Especially, I like to see consensus before the report. And if you wait a couple of more minutes, they add the actual, so you can see the comparison. For example, retail sales today. Here's your retail sales here. Come on. There we go. See, they add that at the end. So, and then you see also revision. The key thing is watch for revisions if it's your first time. If you've been around the block, this is no good. You know what's going on. Let's go to charts. Okay, here's our timer chart. All right. So before we warned you about this, which is the death cross, the 50 drops below 200. Notice we use the same colors for everything, all the years. Why? It's cumulative learning. Well, take a look. On Monday, we went there too on S&P also. So this is the live on the watch there. That is, if we don't go up, and this thing still stays at the sell point, you got to justify it to your head portfolio manager, what you're reporting to. Not mom and pops, not individual trade, but the larger firms are going to look at that. So we were oversold. We pulled up. In my opinion, we were not oversold enough because we were not even making a 2 sigma there. We were bouncing, but it's pulling up. And it is what it is. Market is always right. And what you have to devise a game plan is when you get caught into like that, what do you do? Well, I use futures. I use futures as my hedge on the option. My options for the downside, where the noise is a lot. But if I'm wrong, I'm not going to panic. Because if I switch, like this afternoon, I was hesitant for a moment. I was good on the short side, good at the early part of when Carmen Powell was speaking. at this presser, but then market switched. As the market switched, I hesitated. I ended up paying quite a bit back of the winnings of the day, but then I said, "Ferry, what are we fighting for? We're fighting for money, not the Fed, not these people. There's no individual issues. It's not a personal issue. Take a look. Gotta go long. We went long. And also, by the way, we were hitting fast markets. One of the things you notice, the fills are not that fast. The fills are not coming fast enough. You know, in terms of the tempo you're in. I'm running multiple accounts, and today I only created 2 of them because it's a tense day. You have to watch out. You can easily get collaborate on all accounts. So, but the moment I see there's a signal there, my point is that there's a fill is the issue. It's taking a little bit longer. Either to accept your order, because remember, when you click on the dome, it's accepting your order, but it's got to go to Chicago, gets recorded, go through TradeStation here from me in Naples to Plantation, which is outside of Fort Lauderdale. Shoot up to Chicago. If you're a different part of the country, you go to different centers. They have Dallas, they have also New York. But they all end up in Chicago. Chicago says, on this account, I have this order. Comes back, routes back again in milliseconds. Screens up on your screen, shows up, boom, light up. That order is valid. Okay? That was taking a little bit too long. Why? I'm using a gamma ladder, and I'm looking pretty good there. I was using another one released last night, that's already, but the one before that, I would never test it on a day like this. But the one before that was working fine, 6.14. It sends multiple orders out. They're all lighting up slowly. That's the problem. So that tells me, Ferry, there's a lot of pressure on the other side. So order flow itself can tell you something if you know where to look. Okay? And to me, that's just time. I've made a lot of mistakes, but you learn. So, yeah, we have to pay our dues. It's called tuition. Yeah. So that's why I'm so ISIS. Yeah. So, at least these days, my case of it was worse than when I was in Chicago. But the sun and the exercise helped. Long story short, when I saw that, I said, Ferry, reversing. And I said in the chat room, guys, I'm not going to sit there and fight this thing. It goes up 20 handles and drops 3. You can't make money like that. If it's wobbling back and forth, is one thing. You get a chance to get out, but it's not coming. Every push is getting higher. No, let's get to the other side and then open up the throttles. See, well, I'm not sure about the trade. I put very little in. Or maybe add once or twice. But if it's not happening, I'm going to turn around, reverse, and then open up the throttles. Why? I got to make up for that. So, now, do I always make up for it? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It is what it is. You do your best. Obviously, your survival instincts are the best thing to do. So, one account did very well at the end. I was the other account had some of the losses come back, and now I'll fight it tomorrow. So, you can't win every day, and certainly you cannot lose every day. You'll be out of business quickly. So just watch out. Balls are still too high. Anyhow, are we overbought here? No. But we begin to enter there. So that tells you where we are. We're overbought about here, or let's say at one signal, yeah. I think we're one event away from now, I could be wrong. I'm going to stop that on my PMT trade. I'll show it to you. But I'll make sure, first of all, first of all, because it's an option, you already have a huge leverage. By definition, there's not a lot of money in there. Okay? And because also it's illiquid at night, you can't be stuck. So if you got to trade anywhere with some homes, that's to be futures. But you can blend the two, and this way you have best of 2 worlds. When things get rough, the options can survive because of the long option. That means long premium. All you have to lose your premium. I wouldn't short the option. You got to be really clever. I can't do it for membership. Too risky. But coming back here, futures gives you the flexibility to trade at night, trade on Sunday, and also reverse in the midday, and add oomph because of leverage involved. So that was the game plan today, so far. We're just above Sigma channel. My line in the sand was 43.10. A fellow of mine just asked me last night where it was. I'll bring up the trade here, the one we got stopped out. Let's see. And this one we put on Monday. So The one before we hit by one handle, but a bunch of people didn't get out. They said that's okay. The following day, when the another 10 handles, they said that's okay, and then they really, sorry, wrong package. They really, really cleaned it. Yeah, on the way down. Oh, good for them. 4325. Okay, that was my line in the sand. That's a stop. And we went through that somewhere after I'll start talking time frame, I believe. Yeah, we were very close most of the day, but that's what my level was there, 43.25. So my own line in the sand was 10 because I was checking this line, the central line. I was updating for you guys on Twitter. But remember, I can't sit here and give you trades for that. Okay, that's you're part of PMT. I'll give you some charts, but for the trade, you gotta be on the website. So you know. Okay, CI has turned. You have the CI up. That is up. You can see that CI diff is up. You see the turn. Breadth Trust is still at 44, near 40, which is very pathetic. Non-existent in terms of trust. This shot up because it's advanced decline. Obviously, it was a big advanced decline. We'll get to Larry chart 2. Canaries, I do look at the dailies. Say we look at the DJT. Look at it. We're 1 sigma up yesterday, 1 sigma up today. Look what third 6 months. A lot of times we move in numbers of threes. If you go back and see on the way down, on the up, people count those solid days. Not being congested. I'm talking about when you get directional mode, and look what that is, the 50 bar. This has a cross the yeah. No, things are not pretty. Now, big change of difference, 5% up on transportation. Could be oil price. Could be oil price and we moved that because now we have everything as a transportation component. And went to a sigma level. Yeah, it's got to pull back. Yeah, this went way too much. This moved 1.5 sigma. That's what we got. Remember, sigma is the natural vibration, the standard deviation. In the marketplace and in nature, it'll come and hunt us when you move like that. Now look how they've opened up. Yeah, so it should pull back. I'm not saying we're going to fall back. No. What I'm saying is that transportation will cool off. It can't be going up 5%. Yeah. That's going on. Yep. So, and the Fed, basically, if you look at what the Fed said was, the next 7 issues, we're going to give you a quarter no matter what. And they kept it open. Little warning. Inter-meeting change, rate change. That means that they could be on Zoom now. They don't even have to move. Just be on a Zoom, on a phone, or on an iPad and make a decision. I wish they'd done that, as you heard me say a couple of weeks ago, before all this really mess got out of control with what's that, to 50 and 50. 50 inter-meeting and 50 March FOMC meeting, which ended today. Didn't do that. Obviously, this thing shook everybody. The attack on Ukraine and the issue is not really Ukraine, but it goes beyond that. Or if we go to advanced weapons like chemical or nuclear. And the problem was that oil went up so hard. So the Fed hand were tight, as we've discussed for many times. So here we are. The trender, this is the difference between 50 bar and 200 bar and last. This is the last value. So we were extremely negative on actually 8 out of 8. Yeah. Now this one came up became positive. So we were slightly moved. It's slightly better. Transportation did it, but nothing like this is sustainable. You saw what happened here too. This was a huge move. Look how they sold it. So I'm not saying this is that, but this could be a couple of components are up that were not. Obviously, this was one component. Look at the high of the day, intraday high for that. This will all be adjusted. Yeah, it has to. The one place to look is when does the death cross reverses, and as you can see from the angles, it'll be a while. Yeah. First, they got to go through the 200 to 50 bar, which is right here. Obviously, transportation did that, but these other guys have more work to do. So one area of interest could be 44.50 area, 44.30 area, that area. Because by the time we go up, that number is going to also drop. So we'll see. Okay. These windows are mainly used by big money managers to see the what do you call it, like the rubber band effect. How far does it go before it adjusts? It's a mean reversion calculation. Okay. Okay. SB1 Momo. All right. We're still short. We haven't had this in a while, like 2 years plus almost. And we're in the channel, so and of course this week has been huge. This is weekly. Daily, you got some noise coming out of that noise. Consolidation. Listen, it has a chance to go up. Don't get me wrong. I'm debating whether I'm going to change my bias with the Tommy Digest or not. Now remember, no matter when you change your trade with Tommy Digest, they'll assign you the previous close, okay, as long as you are before, I believe, midnight. So, yeah. Let's see. Is it midnight? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, midnight, I'm sorry. Midnight California time, I believe. So, you got like 3 a.m. Eastern, before London opens, because that's really a big move. So you cannot, what do you call it, cheat. And they'll assign you previous day close. Right now, they're going to give me 4 o'clock. Okay? But let's say tomorrow morning at 8, I want to change my opinion. They give me tomorrow close. They won't give me, it's already past that. They won't give me today's close. So, right? So if I want to make a call to go long, because we've been short from higher up, block that part, but this was 2 heavy days usually. I mean, so far. Yes, I have to go there. And to check that, well, you'll see. I posted. It's in our captures. You could see, where's my performance? Okay. We're from 45.89. Yeah, we've killed it. Absolutely killed it. So this has to get updated. For 45.89 is what we shorted on the 2nd of February. Yeah, my hedge fund wrote to me saying, holy macro. Can I have one more trade like that? I said, it's just like, we'll see. But I don't think this is done. Honestly, if it wouldn't, for me, I would hold it. Or I would use the NQ to hedge it carefully, because I think we got another leg coming. This is not done. The issue is what do you call it? Tolerance. Just tolerance, yeah. Okay, we went through a zero line there on SP1. As you know, this is a complex data, and these are encrypted, so don't worry about the values. Look at the shape. And this one's shooting up. This is the younger brethren and a little bit faster. So we used the two with each other as both created by myself back in 2008 to set up a bullish bearish divergence. Okay, I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, they're moving together. They have to work against each other. Yeah, they're not. So, you have a bearish divergence here. I'm saying bullish. We have lower low, a higher low on the indicator. So, and it failed. It really failed. Look at what happened on the chart. It came up and then killed it. Now, it has crossed that, it came to a trend line yesterday. We broke above that. But remember, one more thing, one more historical data. The Fed days always have reversal days, followed by reversal. Why? Because we overdo it. It gets called margin call. That's why we overdo it. They put a gun to your head, and it's like, I've got 3 bullets here in the chamber, not just 1. So it's not a 6-shooter with 1 bullet. It's 6-shooter with 3. It's called margin call. What are you going to do? And so this effect happens. When it was ratcheting up so hard, those were the shorts covering. It wasn't the buyers were coming in, they wanted badly. No, the shorts were coming in and buying. So because they have to cover. And that's what happens back to back. So this should get reversed. And now, as I said, again, if I have a little bit of a little bit of background would help me between oil, between industrial complex and trading. That tells me I shouldn't panic here yet. At some point, I will be in trouble, but I think we're one wrong bullet away, one misfiring away from another mess. I hope that does not the case. I don't wish wrong on anybody. Let's not work on a B2 bomber. And yes, I have nightmares about that myself now, but it is what it is. I was wrong most of last year. Go through the time digest. So if I gotta be long, I gotta be wrong. When I gotta be short, I gotta be short. I still don't think we're done, but look, the Vols disagree with me. Vols are saying, "Hey, we're basically done." Okay, now you put this together. We did not go back up, and we failed, and we were lower. So I gotta study tonight to figure out what I'm gonna do. So as I always do anything, I write to to Time and Digest first, and copy those to members. And then a day or two later, I'll talk about Twitter because I gotta get priority to the members. But I'm just telling you, feeling wise, I gotta take you through. My feeling right now is, do I want to take a little gamble? Maybe. I know nobody wants going to be long this Friday. Yeah, you have expiration, you got over the weekend. So, and you're dealing with a guy who's got nothing to lose. He's lost already everything. Like about Putin. Yeah, and nobody's gonna trust him here anymore. You know what I'm saying? All those have changed. On Europe is 70 years old, over 70 and deranged. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, we have one of those guys here too. Yeah. So the system is cleaning itself, and it has to. It has to. And it will. So the issue is what's going to happen with their default. The issue is how bad the stuff gets internally, like bank run already and so forth. We'll see. SQ says, and we don't have today's data yet, do we? And again, I apologize today. It locked. It looks like we're having a problem with trade session. No, we're just loading. Is that today? Yeah, that's today. Just got reported. 132. So very neutral. And it's not rising. It's kind of low end because we had done this. And what was it? A couple of days ago, I posted a chart. I forget actually. Let's see. It wasn't here. Was it here? Yeah, it was. May have been Friday. No. Yeah. I forget. I think maybe of this day or that day. No, I think it's this day. I may be wrong, but basically, this is not talking about future. This is not talking about event or news. This is saying what people did. This is the tail risk on the downside for very large traders. And they would basically play in the SPX route because they get the biggest bang for the buck they have. But this was not going, let's see. It was going up and the market was going down. Yeah, that was it. You see that little bit, and then it died. Maybe there's no follow through because one day doesn't make a spring, right? One bloom doesn't make a spring. The old Persian saying. But here we go. I think we went down, and this thing held up, which means, let me walk this through in my head. Which means that the larger players thought we're not done on the downside. Okay, now that will change now as new data comes in, gets priced in. That takes over, but at that time, looked like something was wrong. Why? SQ was not dropping when the SPX was. They should go together. When it drops, the market drops. They're realizing some gains. They'll take some profit. So the tail risk drops, which is at the end of the day calculation, by the way, end of the day calculation. Net. It wasn't. But these 2 days, wipe out all of that. So we got the channel is broken. Yeah. TD. Now remember, we have to switch here to this should not be H1. This should be okay. Now I came here really to look for SPX. I'm saying not SPX. For VHE. We dropped this. It went to 0. Okay. Why? Because it expired. Yeah. I think it expired yesterday. And today was the final settlement. So now we're running long J, which is Macon, no, long K. No, I'm saying long J. I was right first. J, which is April contract. Short August, July contract. Okay, 3 months forward. But first one has to be lead. Okay, and yeah, or we're getting no value here. I don't understand this. Maybe because it's sell for a day. This doesn't make sense, huh? We have no volume here too. Why? Huh? Anyway, this is a data issue. This has volume. There's no way this is 0. Something is off. Okay, I got send the data with data integrity. We've had a couple of issues with them today. I'll send that in. But bottom. K's lead, not them now, because the expiration is tomorrow, right? They can't be here right now. I think every once in a blue moon you see VX exposure the following Tuesday after expiration. I think because of the months fall. But this is done. We roll over, and then we have to take our clue from that, our cue from that. I'm sorry, and short the second one. So that becomes this number. If you look at it here, very low reading, yes. And for a moment we pulled up. So the sell right after the Chairman Powell started talking, and then pulled back 7-2. This is very bullish. This plan is very bullish for the market. So we'll see. To be told, that's what it is. So, 65.80 on the SP2, and we're gonna make sure we're clear. Yeah, we're above neutral. We're not at overbought, so we have probably another day to go. What happens after that? Who knows? Maybe they still run it tomorrow and then kill it on Friday. So we'll see. And this says we have a rendezvous point in the higher end, and so this is the stock on the side. Most likely, yes, we're gonna have a rendezvous point there. So that's what to look for. Okay, here's treasuries. Bada bing! Look what's happening. Wow. I didn't plot this because it would be way up there. This is the last 2 years, all-time highs. Look what's done. Yeah, I mean, we were down there after this issue with Comrade Putin. But look what's done. It just come back, especially today. This is 5 year. I wish they had a 2 year for this. This is the index. This is the YTM index, yield to maturity. 5, 10, and 30. But you could see what's happening with the 10. And look what's happening with the 30 year. Yeah. I mean, this is cars, this is real estate, this is pension funds. Just incredible. Just incredible. So now I would like to plot the 3 year. The problem with the 3 year on this would be these get crushed, but we'll get there. Not now. Next year. Next year, this line will show 3 years. Now, and this price will challenge that. Look, we cannot be this cheap money regime, okay? The problem, wait 1 second. We can't be this cheap money regime. We gotta go where there's cost to borrow. Right now, we're not giving money away, and we're creating massive debt. So one day we gotta pay that. I don't know when, but wars have started that. So talk about national debt. So we've got to get to the point where this is above inflation. We're not close. No way. As a matter of fact, this area, this part of the yield curve has to get above the inflation. So I think because of the oil prices, here's the oil overnight. That's the 60 minutes. Let me put in a daily for you. Here's what oil has done. Okay. That's what, by the way, that's what Admiral Tico was talking about based on that line, Fort Sigma. Okay. That's why he was like spot on that weekend. 1 weekend he was spot on. It had nothing to do with yet for dinner. No. Anyhow, long story short, this will add maybe a percentage or two already to CPI. So if you're running around 8 now, or 9, you could expect CPI to hit 10 or 11 by the time this month is reported, which is the following calendar month. So early part of February, April, it's going to be panic time in Washington. Because perception, how are we going to manage that? So I think Chairman Powell has a lot of work to do. They are behind the curve, no question, to try to catch up. Here we go, Larry's. Okay, now let me put this on the daily. Again, I'm not an expert on this. I'm still just like you guys taking notes from Walter Deemer and Bo Natvick, Norseman 1. But we didn't get any 90s down here. As a matter of fact, today we haven't got to 90 here. This one got 90. Yeah, on what's the last minute. We got close here. But you need to get, I believe, 290s down and 190 up. That's ideal. I don't know how often that happens. And there's that whole write-up on Paul Desmond. If you guys don't have it, you can tweet it. It was published by CMT. I think Walter talks about that. I highly advise you to go and follow him. Let me see. I quoted there right there. Walter Deemer. Excellent guy. Absolutely excellent guy. Just retired. Of course, Bo is another awesome guy. And somebody was, by the way, playing with his name and avatar. So now it's changed it. So that's bad because whatever picture you put in, somebody else is going to do that. It happened to me a couple of years ago, but it was a friend of a friend that was joking around. Well, I haven't heard from him. I just blocked him. That's not something you joke around with. That's identity theft. But anyhow, those guys are really best at this. But read the manual. Yes, it's a great cure for insomnia. It's not as bad as a skew. If you really want to go to sleep fast and you don't have any NyQuil around, try, or not Z-Quil, I guess. Well, try reading the white paper on the skew by Siebel. That'll put you to sleep. But the bottom line is, we're looking for, this is slightly different than ours, I want to be clear. We look at the strict ratio, and we look for bullish and bearish divergence against the price. Okay, and this is not this is less subjective, but it would always good to also learn new technology as you move on. This is fairly newer. This is and all it is really is to take up and down and then add them together, up volume, down volume, to create the denominator, and then you take one on top or one or the other one on top, based on which one is bigger. So if up volume is bigger than down volume, up goes up there. The denominator is always up plus down. Okay, that's my question. We don't care about unchanged. Okay, we just throw that part out. We just look at what moved. And of course, in the end of the day, it's better. Here, I'll show you what it is. Like at 30 minutes, you can see intraday what's happening to it. Okay, as these bars are thrown in there. And then downside is the same. Now, how do you plot that? You have to have a logic that switches back and forth. So you plot on top or plot on bottom, like that inflection point right there. Okay, so that's just code issue. Yeah, we do offer this. It's not hard work, but I wrote the code to it, and with the chart and the indicator and the feed that you want, ready to go turnkey. I think with our Happy Expert package. Okay, this one we don't. This is probably more complex and maintenance is difficult because of what goes inside underneath it. The 2 extra time series that's needed with the price to put it together. And the code, this was done by Peter, who runs one of our chat rooms, and is very good. And as you could see, this just went to a buy. 2, 3, 4, all of them went to a buy. So I gotta make a decision tonight what to do. But there's overwhelming pressure here to lock what I got and move forward. Obviously, I give up 95 handles. That's 900 points on the down. So a lot. Obviously, now this doesn't match that. Why doesn't it match 518? Because there's a discrepancies on the names, slightly. But in the bigger shape of things, it's usually a 10-to-1 ratio. maybe a little bit less. 4,300 versus 3,400. So, but anyhow, long story short, I gotta make a call. I just don't have it yet. Market's already open. Let's see what we've done on the market side. Another a little bit of continuation there. Yeah. So, I may go side. I may go to cash. Yeah, I may go to cash. That's not yeah. Go to cash. Let the expiration go through and then make a call for Sunday. Depending on how Sunday is, but I think we're not done. I think this market is just doesn't have the stomach for what's coming. Yeah, so you have no idea what Red Army can do. Just look at how they went through Poland to get to Berlin in 45. I'm saying April 45, or what they did in Sudan, in Syria, in Afghanistan, in who's not a place. Oh, Dagestan in Chechnya and all that. So I don't think we've seen anything yet. And Putin cannot lose. Well, I haven't seen Brutus there. The Julius Caesar moment. I haven't seen that yet. So it's going to be a very high vol environment next few months. So as we say in the Navy, put that harness on. Seatbelts are not going to help you. You need the harness. So. Okay, let's see. A couple of more charts here for you guys. Oh, what did I do here? Sorry. Let's go through this chart. Please have your questions for me, if any. There we go. Here's another one. There we go. Here's, is this updated? Yes, it is. Okay. Almost. Thank you. Okay, yeah. No, stop seeing this now. Not interested. Exactly. Go away. Anyhow. Let me put this up a little bit bigger. Okay, as you can see here, okay, we have, we begin pull up slowly. This has widened. I warned you if this is early on or last week, keep it different. I think we were probably talking about this time. I said, keep the separations in mind. When we usually separate, there's got more to go. Obviously, it's coming there to challenge it. So take a look. Again, this is 200 number of stocks of all of S&P 500 above their 200 DMA. Okay, it is down there, and the key line is 45 to 55. That's a line in the sand. Bullish or bearish? We're barely at that. We're at 45.25. So this story is not finished by any means. You can make either case you want, because once you get in this area, you can give me a bearish case, bullish case. I won't be able to argue with you because you're right or you're wrong. Well, we don't know. For that, if I make the case, you could argue or disagree with me, but nobody knows. Okay? That's basically my presentation here. Most likely I'll go neutral. And then go back on the short side on Sunday. But that's what I see here. Any questions for me? Yeah, I mean, no reason to short it here, but I may just, no reason for me to go long. There's a chance I may stop this either today or tomorrow, because we usually have the first one on the day after FOMC. Get a little better filled than 43.58. Okay, I don't want to get filled there, so to speak, because now I'm getting 95 handles back on top of this. But remember, it's not what you predicted. It's what you do based on what the market does. You cannot control the prediction. It's how you behave, what the market does. So, may wait tomorrow, one day, for this to pull back, especially like midday. There's a good chance. We have had our reversal on a Wednesday. Actually started on Tuesday. So the odds of reversal tomorrow to the downside is high. Two reasons: expiration, which I'm talking about, and now we have this massive move on the FOMC. So my guess is that tomorrow will pull back. The issue is, do I want to lock that and walk away and do nothing for the expiration, wait one day and then hit it on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Sunday, Monday? Because I do believe this signal is heavy. This is a weekly short. I could be wrong, but time will tell. I've been wrong before, but still made it time of a decade. It's not one trade. Remember, it's not one trade. It's how you manage your thought process and your discipline to get through all kinds of shakes that it'll confuse you. This is charts are simple. That's rear view mirror. I would have done this. I would have done that. No. You're getting forward. This is all behind you. Forget rear view mirror. You need to look through the windshield. With that said, any questions for me? As always, these are posted. They get quickly posted here for you once it's done to the following location. Go to the website, the first link down below, right under SIBO. Hit our videos. By the way, that link to SIBO, we don't know what happened. There's a theory. Where is this now? So it should go to my blog there. It's not going there. See that? It's just not showing up. There's a theory that the VIX traders had it pulled down. It had most hits than any single page of the SIBO blog. Remember, I'm up against Larry McMillan, the big guy. Yeah, and buddy of mine. We did 3 gurus together, no question. But I have no Larry McMillan. But that chart had more. That post had more reading than anything else, which had to do with this. The VIX chart. This one had to do with this. How a low of this and a high, the high and low of this would predict where we are in the market. But it's taken down. I'm sorry about that. So I have no control over it. The people I know have gone. The people who knew me, they're gone. I don't know anybody in that SIBO anymore. So anyhow, but if you click here, the one above says our videos, you have to go to YouTube channel. And oh wow, that's a lot of hits. Okay, we are usually on 130, 120. Wow, huh? You see that our average is not that up there. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah. And we've gone. Okay, that's fine. All right, so will be posted here. Yeah, but I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes after this is done here. Any questions for me? Last call. We'll see you next week. You don't need to do anything. Again, I'm still recording. Let me show this one more time. The easy way to see where these are, go to a check. We don't want to mess up with that. It could be hidden on that. Hit members, and it tells you what our next event is. So tonight we'll change that to 23rd, which will be the following Wednesday. Okay? And the system, if you're registered, do it once, it'll remind you. Okay? Thank you all. Good night. Deal with the head fakes ahead. Don't let it sway you back and forth. Yeah. Data doesn't lie. People's do. So just look at your charts. Look at your data. All right. Thank you for coming in. And we're striving to make it better for you as we go through this growing pain we're in. But and little by little helps. This thing I think should help. But less confusion. Okay, again, both are webinar content, so login. But today was done, we'll change. This is next week. This could be subject to change. Why? Because I need to put the 4-4 up here. I need to put the 4-4 up here. Or at least have it to present it, go over it. What's the point of coming in? I need to talk about this chart. Okay, I need to get that out. That's a 1-year tick by tick. It's not easy. And the station was supposed to get back to me. They didn't do today. But we'll know by tomorrow. Yesterday, I found that I'm not the only one. Okay? So we put the request in first thing in the morning, and they still haven't gotten back to us on my rep in active trader. But here we are. Thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.